And so I ended up on the streets for about 3.5 months.
I wait for word to feed my soul like the smallest candle
The Mustard Tree is the greatest place on earth.
in the darkest room.
I'd come to a stage in my life, I'd lost my mum, my dad, my older brother Keith, who I was double close to, who was one of my heroes, you know, growing up. A dear friend of mine of 35 years lost his life in a hit and run. And then to cap it off, on December the 25th, I split up with a long-time girlfriend with 2 kids. At that time, as a family, we were in a homeless accommodation due to a previous house fire. And so effectively when we split up I became a single man, so I had to leave the property that day. And I was already in a state due to the bereavements and a lot of other things and the use of alcohol and certain drugs. And so I basically, within a couple of days, I was on the streets. I stashed some of my valuables, my stereo and my albums somewhere, and the rest of it just got lost. I was one of the lucky ones, I think, because I ended up in a hostel in Longside, and the hostel was one of the better hostels, because some of the hostels around here, even some of the family hostels, are absolutely cockroach-ridden rat traps, seriously.
Can we take flight together, yeah? Chase the dawn. Take flight together, yeah? Chase the dawn. Chase the dawn.
So my key workers said to me, right, Graham, you must go and do some volunteer working at the Mustard Tree. Now, at that time, that was probably the last thing I wanted to do, just to see people and interact and pretend that I was able to give, because I felt pretty worthless anyway. However, she said to me, right, if you don't go, it's part of your plan, you get a written warning, 3 written warnings, and you're back out on the street. So the option was simple, really. So I came to the Mustard Tree kicking and screaming. But upon landing really and meeting the people, I felt like this massive weight was lifted, because I could instantly see that there were people milling around that were in various states of recovery from various issues, and there was always somebody that was sort of in the same boat as you.
I wander through the garden. I know you're near. There's a thumping in my chest. I am compelled. I will not rest. Wander through the garden.
So the Freedom Project here at the Mustard Tree, it was a 16-week project. When you come, it's set up to try and help people specifically back into work, and also back into society. And so there's various courses that are available. I've been on numerous courses while I've been on this. There's health and safety courses, there's anger management, there's conflict resolution, there's IT courses. It's pretty endless really, the opportunities. So I've then been given the opportunity to paint again, so I've been given this little space, which was it was a bit of a hovel, to be honest, but it was amazing because I was painting again. I also get the opportunity to provide the service to other service users and volunteers in the arts to express themselves. I wouldn't class myself as a teacher, it's more of a facilitator. But through the Mustard Tree I've also worked at the Manchester Royal Infirmary with people with Alzheimer's and dementia, which was amazing. I've just not long ago, been to Mexico and working with young people from real poverty backgrounds doing art, which was amazing. And so there's loads of opportunities that personally I've gotten from being part of the Mustard Tree. Now, as a person, I feel part of a community, and I feel that I can interact with people on all walks of life. So as far as my recovery goes, being part of the Mustard Tree, it's helped in so many ways. Firstly, is to be part of a community that feel as though they care, and because the previous communities, it's all been a bit dog eat dog, and I've never actually been surrounded by people that genuinely care, as far as, apart from the odd friend. And so you're in a place where you can develop as a person. I can develop in the right way with the right attitude, and so it's helped me emotionally in that way and spiritually in the same way. The fact that I now can see a future due to the support of the Mustard Tree. I can see a future, whereas a year ago and 18 months I really couldn't see myself having a future at all. And so in that sense I own in Mustard Tree my future.